It's a chicken. It is a chicken, and that was a living creature and suffered and died and had family and everything else, and you can't really put that out of your mind when you start thinking about it, can you?
Asking people basically their thoughts on animals and animal abusers.
Yeah, sure. Well, I've been vegan I haven't eaten meat this century, so so you probably know my feelings on this. So,
okay.
I've been vegan for ethical reasons. So yeah, totally. Everything we can do to try and encourage people to take a vegan diet and take care of animals. They're all conscious creatures and deserve our care and our protection.
Well, that's a fantastic answer. But so my main thing is asking people to abstain from animal products and make the transition away from abusing animals to a vegan diet and vegan lifestyle. But as you're already vegan, can I just ask you, what your, say there's ethical reasons, what particularly was the motivator, do you think, for you? Is this your bus?
No, it's not. Okay. Good. And about, 1996, I think, 97, something like that, I was appalled by battery farm chickens. And then, so I stopped eating battery farm chickens, and then it went to chickens, and then went to animals, and then eventually kept it to keep eating fish. So I stopped eating fish in 1998, and then, so yeah, it was all about taking care of every other animal, and at the end it was just as easy to eat plant-based food, even back then. There was no reason, no excuse for me to take a life and to put an animal through suffering when there's lots of other options there. Everybody takes responsibility for their own actions, and my actions were causing harm to others, and therefore I stopped eating meat.
Right.
And it's the same with trying to use, like you say, ethical products, and trying to make sure you look at all the impacts on people as well, but of course animals in particular deserve our protection and care as well. So it's always been an ethical thought, and I think slowly by sort of changing my diet and just not by preaching per se to friends, but just living it, other people have made the same outcome as well, just by being patient with others and letting them ruminate and think about things themselves. They make some changes, and some people become vegan, some friends have reduced meat intake, and so it's their own journey, but I'm happy to try to encourage people politely.
Actually, what do you say the biggest benefit for you of increasing your ethical circle, increasing the moral community? What's been the biggest benefit for you?
I'm not sure I have, as much as that I suppose you naturally talk to like-minded people, and so I haven't consciously expanded that, but then by eating vegan you meet other vegans, and naturally sort of you meet other people, and
so meeting other vegans is a good one.
Exactly, and I was lucky in the fact that I ended up my wife is vegan as well, so obviously that makes things much easier, and obviously of course we're a like mind, so that helps, but I think it's just now there's the availability of everything is so much easier, particularly in the UK. It's harder abroad. If you go to somewhere like Spain or somewhere, or France, it's much harder, but if you're here, there's no reason we need to eat meat. There's hundreds of options, and nothing needs to suffer.
Yeah.
So so it's just it should be a conscious effort, everybody. I think the biggest thing is slowly, I think people start to think about what it is they're doing. They're not just buying a product; they're buying there's a history behind that product, and that could be a history of an animal being hurt and harmed, and they should. Hopefully, everybody will start to think about that when they're buying these things, because that's the fact of the matter, and it's easy for people to buy meat products if they're not thinking about that history, and once you become aware of it, it's harder to buy meat.
Yeah, exactly. You don't see meat, do you? You see the animal being exploited and suffering.
Yeah, it's a chicken. It is a chicken, and that was a living creature and suffered and died and had family and everything else, and you can't really put that out of your mind when you start thinking about it, can you? I try and be patient with all my meat eaters and stuff. I am patient. It's their choice, and but inside I'm burning because I don't like it.
Yeah. It's that's the kind of really awful side of kind of becoming vegan, and you just notice everything, don't you? Yeah. You realise how ingrained animal exploitation is in our society, and how normalised it is in everyday conversations.
Absolutely, and it's difficult, but I think, like I say, I try and sort of being a bit more subtle and being a bit more calm with people, and not, if they ask me, and people always do, it's like a conversation every single day at work. Yeah, I talk about my reasoning and thoughts, but I never start the conversation because I don't want to sort of preach, but hopefully it makes other people think, and that's the aim, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Exactly.
So,
yeah, and you never know where those, the impact of you having those conversations, where that's gone to. Like, say, those people that you've influenced on reducing their animal consumption, who knows how many people they've spoken to and
Absolutely.
where that goes to.
And it's a matter of time. We'll look back on the meat industry like we'll look back on slavery and think, in my opinion, we'll look back and say, really? Did we think that was okay? And it might take a while to get there, but I think that's inevitably where it's going eventually.
Yeah, I think it's the next, moral awakening that's happening.
It's happening right now, but it's a slow process, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they'll get there.
Can I give you a resource to which?
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
you already probably have amazing food
Yeah,
already, but
thank
there's basically meal prep on there, and it's all whole foods, plant-based foods.
That's
And
brilliant.
so I'm asking people that aren't vegan to go vegan, but also if you're vegan, keep having those conversations,
Yeah.
keep speaking for the animals.
I'm with you 100% on that.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
What's your name?
Chris,
Chris. My name's Amber.
nice to meet
Thanks
you.
for the
mate.
conversation.
Take care. Keep doing good work.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good day.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get notified when videos go up every Thursday. If you want to watch another conversation, here are a couple of options. And if you want to support my activism, there's a link in my profile to a page where you can buy me a coffee and donate money to an animal sanctuary. Thanks. Amber.